What is up, boyos? It is Water Buffalo Man here, and we're back for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle. And in this episode, we're going to be covering the Godstone number 15 and 16, what units you can select from that, as well the Premium Dragon Stone that you can purchase with the Stone Packs. I do not recommend purchasing the Stone Pack stones, because you're literally paying anywhere from $30, I think, to $40, dependent on your local currency and well, where you're located, for one, to just get 1 to 2 units, maybe 3, dependent. Because if you look here, I'll just go over the premium stone first, since I'm talking about it. You could spend, and actually technically you have to use 3 of these packs, so each pack, if I remember right, was $30 last year, $30 to $40 last year for one stone, one of these individual ones. Which, if you purchase one, you can access any of these units down here, which are great because these are all the 120 leads and they all have easy A's. And the Super Vegeta and the Goku Black lead, which are both Super and Extreme types respectively. Or you could spend an additional $30. I'm just going to guess off of last year's payment price, I guess. These ones here are going to be $60 to get 2 stones. 2 characters. I don't see that worth any of these characters is not worth $60. $60 alone, none of these are worth them now. And these ones up here are just LRs, which are, some of them are solid, but some of them are outdated, and I don't see 3 units here worth $90. Not a single set of these 3 units is worth $90. They're good units, but I do not see spending $90 on any of these units alone. Yeah, you get some stones with it too. I think you get 100 Dragon Stones plus the Godstone pack, the Premium Stone, but it's not really worth the $90. Unless if they do what they did last year and hand out 100 stones plus the stone, then maybe. But even then, it's still not worth it too much. It's a little iffy on that point. So let's go back down to the Godstone 16, and let's cover that a bit, because that's one that everybody will have access to right away, and it's something that we could all have a chance to get. It's your first login, you're guaranteed to get this. Hi, Bubby. You can now select one of these units. All of these units here are easy aid from top to bottom, every single one. Every unit in this category that of selection are easy aid. Are there ones that are better than others? Yes, completely. There are ones that I would recommend more than others, which are this Kid Gohan here, Teen, which is the Kamehameha 100% leader, and all types 77%, or this Goku, this Vegeta, and this Goku, and this Vegeta. So I'm going to break those 4 down really quickly with one extra unit that I'm going to go over in a second. And then that's probably will be it for this episode, just to give you guys an idea of which ones I think are the best, and it's pretty much just these 4 or 5. So I would recommend going with the Kaioken Goku for newer players, because after you easy A him, he becomes a category Key 3 130 to Goku's family. Pretty decent passive skill, Key 1 and 70% at the start of turn when there's a Vegeta's family unit on the enemy team. Attack and defense of 100% when you perform that super, which is standard for most units at this point. And Key 7 and attack plus 70% when there's 70% HP or less. Chance of performing a critical hit of 7% per tech key sphere obtained up to 30%, so pretty much a built-in critical. And with him being a tech type, you will probably have him 100% if you happen to pull him, or if you even have him at 55%, he's got that built-in level 5 critical. So at 55%, you're looking at about 11,000 attack, 7,000 defense, 8,600 health. Oh, wait, hang on, I lied to you. That is not correct. You're looking at 11,000 health, 15,000, 14,000 attack, and 8,500 defense. Because I forgot when you easy aim, they get a whole bunch of a boost. He's pretty good. He fits on a lot of categories, but the main reason you would get him would be to be the leader for your Goku's family team. Same thing with this Vegeta, exact same category style. Vegeta's family, 130 to stats, Key 3, same exact passive, except for the Vegeta gets attack instead of defense in the first part of it, and defense instead of attack in the second part. But they both have that up to 30% chance of a critical hit. But the Vegeta will have built-in additionals, which is nice. Oh, and also forgot to mention, they both stack attack by 50% and defense by 30, or 20. I'm sorry, 20% infinitely. So they're both really good units. The Vegeta's a little better, in my opinion, because of the fact that he gets Key plus 70 and defense 70% when you have low health. So having more defense is always better than having more attack. No matter what anybody says, defense is better than attack in any event type possible. So having more defense is going to make you last longer and give you a better chance of surviving instead of trying to breeze through an event with just some ridiculously strong unit. that can't take a hit, one hit at all. Then there is the Goku Super Saiyan 2 Angel, which is again a Key 3 130 to Goku's family. Also a AGL type Key 3 100. His super attack, he greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, so he does not stack infinitely, which kind of sucks. But it does go up by 50% to both. He changes STR key spheres to AGL, and attack of 20% and defense plus 10, and also recovers 10,000 HP per key sphere obtained. These are all key sphere types, but you'll probably be using AGL ones. Plus, he gains an additional attack defense of 5% per key sphere when facing Vegeta's family enemy, so you can have a max of 25% attack, 15% defense, and recovering 10,000 HP per key sphere when you're facing Vegeta's family. Again, fits on really good categories. Mainly reason I would say get him is if you're a newer player or returning and you don't have a good Goku's family. Granted, the banners are going to have a lot of Goku's family leaders on it. I think 2 and 2 Vegeta's family. This guy would be pretty good for you to help you get some of those missions done just so you can start Dokkan awakening your units. This would be really good for that. His stats, again, pretty fantastic. 16k, and with him being somewhat of a nuker, pretty solid unit. I would highly recommend this one and this one for your Goku's family's team, and if you have them both, run them together. They may not share the same links, but you can still run them on the same team. Alright, now there's the Majin Vegeta, which is the Vegeta's family Key 3 and 130. Again, same exact kit as the Goku, just reverse. He doesn't stack attack and defense infinitely, so take that out off the table. He changes AGL to STR, attack and defense of 20% per key sphere obtained, plus an additional attack and defense of 5% when there's a Goku's family enemy. The Majin Vegeta is actually a little better than the Goku because you have more Goku's family enemies to run into, so he'll be getting 25% to stats per key sphere obtained all the time. The only thing the Vegeta does not have that the Goku has is he does not heal with key sphere obtained. So that kind of really hinders him a bit in that term, but he will hit more offensively than the Goku. Because the Goku can get 25% right there. He gets 25% as well, but he also gets a little bit more defense. He gets 10% more defense per key sphere obtained. So, it's whichever one you prefer, and he has a lot higher of an attack stat, whereas the Vegeta has 18,000, the Goku only has 16,700, so about a good 1,300 point difference. Alright, so those are the 4 units I would recommend grabbing with your red Godstone, because they are the best ones for you to use, especially as a newer player. Now we're going to be covering the one thing that just came out a little bit ago, I want to say, after the version Z update, around that time. And I think they're doing it again, the Premium Welcome Dragonstone. I think they're talking about it because all the new and returning players should be coming back to the game that have not seen this before. There are 6 units you can choose from. I only would recommend one of them because the rest of them aren't that... Well, okay, let's go with 2. I'll say 2. There are 2 units I could see you going for. The first one being the Goku that turns into the Super Saiyan God Goku, which is a Hybrid Saiyans and Pure Saiyans Key 4 130. This is also a purchasable pack, by the way. I think it's $10. You get 100 stones in this, or 50 stones in this guy. I'd have to look into it more. But this is the card I would recommend to pick out of this one, because he's a Pure Saiyans and Hybrid Saiyans category leader. So you can make a mixed team of Pure Saiyans, Hybrid Saiyans, or just one of each, and run him as a leader. And he gets attack plus 77, key up to 5, and defense up to 55% per Pure Saiyans or Hybrid Saiyans category on the team. Self-excluded. High chance of dodge, and critical hit for 7 turns. So you have a 50% chance of dodging and hitting a critical hit for the first 7 turns after the start of battle. He's intellect, so he's got built-in dodge automatically, so it's slightly higher. And if you have him at 55%, you're looking at pretty decent stats. 15,000 in health, 18,000, almost 19,000 in attack, and 12,000 in defense. And again, a 130 team is not terrible. You can beat a lot of Dokkan events with this unit as your leader. The other one I would recommend, let me go to his Allard form first. I would recommend Sign of a Turnaround Goku Ultra Instinct Sign. He's the Realm of Gods Key 4 130. This unit is really good in terms of power and defense. I think he's one of the better yellow coin LRs. People might disagree with me, but that's personal preference. He attack and defense 77% chance. Attack and defense 77% at the start of turn. Great chance of evading enemy's attack, including super attack, for 7 turns from the start of turn, so that's a 70% chance to dodge. And a high chance of evading super attack from the 8th turn on, so you'd have an additional 50%. It drops from 70 to 50 after the 8th turn. And he gets an additional Ki 1 and attack and defense of 11%, up to 77%, and 7 Ki with each attack evaded, including super attack. So after his full passive is activated, he's looking at Ki 7, attack and defense of 154%, plus the leader skill. And his stats are actually relatively decent, and you also got to think he does have built-in critical, seeing as he's an STR unit. His super attacks aren't great because it disables the enemy's guard, which doesn't really matter too much in Dokkan events because of the fact that almost all Dokkan events have select units that can pierce their defense only, and the other ones just do decreased damage. But those would be the 2 units I would look at going into for the Premium Coin Welcome Backpack, is that what it's called? The Premium Welcome Dragonstone. I would look at grabbing one of these 2 for yourself because they're both really good, and also, if you go with the Goku, you could run one of these units on that team because they're both part of Goku's family. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle.